Welcome to Composite Functions. This is Mr. Bennett. Go Vikings. I'm trying to wear this every day that I make a video. I pretty much wear this every day. Oh, we got to hurry. Okay, so I've done this twice now, 8-minute video. And so we're talking composite functions today. We're going to evaluate composite functions. A composite function is the combination of two functions such that the output from the first function becomes the input of the second function. And you might be thinking, gosh, I understood just about nothing on that. What they're saying is here, if you look at the notation, the answer to this guy goes in to the outside function. And we're going to look at that today, okay? And there's two types of notation they show you. You can do this f of g of x, okay? So you have to evaluate g of x first, that inside function. Whatever is the inside function, that gets evaluated first. And what they're saying is that the output from the first function, this thing, what it means is the answer to the first function goes into the outside function, okay? And we can also write this thing, it looks like fog or goff, whatever you want to call it, right? Those are the two types of notations. That's what you're going to see with composite functions. So if you see those notations, you know it's a composite, and it's got to be at least two functions, okay? So let's go ahead and look at an example. And you've done all this before, okay? And so let's look. So we have f of x, and that equals 3x minus 1. And you also have g of x, which is x cubed plus 2. They want f of g of 3. Okay, so what they're saying is that the answer for g of 3, that output goes in for the input of f. So the answer for g of 3 goes into f. So the first thing that we need to find is g of 3. So we'll write g of 3, okay, and we know that g of x is x cubed, so something cubed plus 2. I have a student here. I'll take a quick break. All right, took care of that student question. So we have g of 3 here. That's what we're evaluating first. We want g of 3. So here is 3. That gets plugged in. Okay, and we get 29, right? Okay, 3 cubed is 27 plus 2. Now what they're saying by definition is the answer, the output of my inside function gets put into the outside function, the second function, and so it's 29. So 29 now has to go into f. And so f is equal to 3 times something minus 1. Okay, we know what that something is. It's 29. And when you get this, it looks like you're going to get 86 as your answer. A quick way to do that, 3 times 30, that's 90. You went 3 too many, so it's 87. 87 minus 1, 86. Now, that's a cool way. So notice that's when you have a value. It also could look like this. You could have f of g of 3. That's what this would also look like. So that's a specific answer. So what we did here is we plugged in 3. 3 went into our function g. So we had g of 3, right? We get this nice answer of 29, and that answer gets plugged into f. Okay, and we got 86. So that was f of g of 3, essentially. Okay, but what happens if we just wanted to skip all that? If we wanted just to have a general formula that could take us here to here? You can, and it looks like this. So when they give you a composite that gives you no number, that's what you're doing here. You're going to say, oh, I can take whatever this number is, plug it into my function, and skip all that and just go here. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, so we have, wow, that skipped a lot down the page, everybody. We'll cruise back up here. Okay, so f of g of x. So we know that we have f of g of x. Well, we know what g of x is. G of x was x cubed plus 2. So we're going to substitute g of x with what it's equal to. And now that gets plugged into f. So 3 times something minus 1. Well, we know what that something is. That something is x cubed plus 2. Okay, and so then you just simplify this out. Okay, and you get 3x cubed plus 6 minus 1, so you get 3x cubed plus 5. And so what I could do here, so that's the general formula. What that means is if I want now to plug any number in, including 3, and I want to start here and just get right to my final answer, this down here is the formula I use. If you don't believe me, let's check it out. F of g of 3. There's the original problem right there. So we're going to do f of g of 3. Okay, so all we are going to do here is we're going to plug in 3 times, well, not plugging in 3, excuse me. Well, we're going to plug in 3, but not that front 3. We're going to plug that into the equation. When you evaluate that, you get 3 cubed, which is 27 times 3. 81 plus 5 is 86. There you go. Okay. All right, let's look at one more example. Okay. I'm going to do a quick pause when we get to this next page, see if you want to try it on your own next page. Okay, so here is our functions. G of x equals x plus 4, and h of x equals x squared plus minus 2x. Find the following two things. Let's see if you can go ahead and do that. I'm going to quick pause and then give you a break and come back. I am all that is teacher. Oh, we're back. Sorry. Which way is the cafeteria? It's that way. Wrong way. Camera. Okay, we're back. Did you try it on your own? I hope you did. Let's go ahead and look at, so we have h, we got hog of negative 2. That means we have h of g of negative 2. Okay, so we got to find g of negative 2 first for this first example, part A. Okay, so we're going to go and we're going to have g of negative 2, which equals, well, g is x plus 4. So it's just going to be, we plug in that negative 2. Okay, and so that's just going to give us a value of 2. Steven, good morning. You should come be on my video. All right, so that's 2. We're not done yet. We need to now find that 2 has got to go into our other function. There's Steven. So we've got to find h of 2 now. So h of 2 is going to be something squared minus 2 times something. All right, so we're going to plug in 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. All right, and so what we're going to do here is we get 2 squared, which is 4, minus 4, and you get 0. So you got an answer of 0, and that's okay. All right, so what we're going to do now, remember part B is going to find just the general equation. Okay, so part B is h of g of x. Well, we know what g of x is. G of x is right here. That's x plus 4. So that's going to go here. And then you're going to evaluate x plus 4 into h. So we're going to have x plus 4 squared minus 2 times x plus 4. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply this out quickly. I'm going to give you a minute. I'm going to pause it so you can go ahead if you have to FOIL it, but you should be able to do this by now. Let's take a quick break. So you should have gotten, well, I don't know what that paper is. That was neat. No, what is that? What is going on? I don't want that. Something, it's craziness, madness. So we get x squared plus 8x plus 16 minus 2x minus 8, okay, after distributing. So then you get x squared when you combine like terms. 8x minus 2x is 6x's, and 16 minus 8 is 8, okay? And there is our h of g of x. Remember what that means is that if I plugged in negative 2 into here, I would get 0, okay? So if you did that, so 2 squared is 4, 4 plus 12 minus 8, that's 4. And I think I did something wrong there. I'm going to pause that and see if we made that mistake. I lied, Stephen, it's going to be a 9-minute video. Yes, so I made a quick, not a quick mistake here. If I plug negative 2 into this, not 2, I think I said negative 2. If you plug negative 2 into this formula, you would get 0. Okay, this is just the general formula for this. So if you have any questions or comments, type them below. We will see you next time.